Hey YouTube, it's been a minute. I wanted to make a quick video about my makeup because I was having a conversation with a friend the other day and she asked me what kind of makeup I had gotten into. I wanted to take a second to talk to you guys about my makeup because of the simple fact that she made the comment of like, wow, for someone who's just starting out, you sure, spend a lot of money on makeup, which I don't necessarily spend a lot of money on makeup. But one thing that the father of my child had to teach me was that, you get what you pay for. And considering the fact that this is my face and this is the first thing people see when they meet me, I didn't want to buy a whole bunch of cheap stuff and then end up, breaking out or screwing my face up in any type of way. So it's like you get what you pay for. This is my face. I need to invest in me and invest in the things that I'm putting on my face if I'm going to do it. So I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. So I did a research before I bought my first foundation. Well, not my first foundation, but the foundation I use on a daily basis, what's on my face right now. I did my research on YouTube, and I also did the ingredients, and I also asked the lady, some lady at Sephora actually helped me pick it out. But I get Laura Mercier, I don't know how to say her name. But I get this because it's not oil-based because my face is really oily. And it's, I think it's a medium coverage, which means it's not super thick and I can wear it on daily and my skin still peeks through. It was actually really interesting getting this because I didn't know there were so many undertones and warm tones and cool tones and everything of that sort of nature when you're picking out makeup and everything. So apparently I'm a warm tone and I have orange undertone, which is funny because everywhere that I went, like if I went to Target or something and they had the makeup people there and they were trying to match me, they're like, oh, you have yellow undertones because I'm light, but I'm not. I have orange undertones, and that's why my makeup is so close to my actual skin color because they help me with that. To contour my face, I did buy a little cheap contour kit at, one of these little drugstores. No, actually, I think it was a clothing store. I bought that, but I don't really use it. I don't really need contouring because I have high sculpted cheekbones and everything already. But what I did do is I got the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo, which is just a bronzer and a highlighter. Again, isn't cheap, but it's perfect for me because I wanted a highlighter, and I still like to bronze my face because I am light, and so I do want to warm up my face a lot. So I do use bronzer and I do use highlighter. I don't use the contour kit. I have it, I just don't use it. But again, the Laura Mercier I think was like 30 bucks. This was like 35, 40 bucks. As far as for my eyebrows, I have the NYX gel, and I also have the dip brow, but that's also NYX. It's not necessarily an expensive brand, NYX or NYX, I'm not sure how you say it, but it's up to par with Anastasia Dip Brow and, their gel brow. I'm not sure about the powder because I don't actually like powder. I don't like the feeling of thinking, oh, I'm going to hug somebody and my eyebrows are going to come off. So I'm using this right now, the gel. That's what's on my face right now. I didn't use the dip brow, but I do switch up occasionally. I use both. Shadows are, actually I have a lot of NYX and MAC shadows. The MACs are really good for pigmenting, I guess. It has like glitter and stuff in it. But I also like my NYX. Like I'm wearing this one right now. It's called Flustered. I don't know if you can see it. It's actually really pretty. It's like a burgundy. And bought the Tarte Tease. It's like a mini palette instead of the big one because I honestly don't use that much eyeshadow and I don't use that many colors. I stick to like earth tones and things like that. So this one was perfect because I use this one as a base, and I usually use just that one or that one to just all over my lid, and then eyeliner because I don't do eyeshadow a whole lot. I also have that in my last video, my rose gold palette from Ulta, but of course again, it's not necessarily cheap, but is the cheaper brand because Ulta is not as expensive as if you were to get like the Naked palettes or anything. I also have the Urban Decay, which is kind of an expensive brand actually, but I have that for my primer, my eyeshadow primer, because it's one of the best out there. I mean, they have more expensive ones that are better. But again, this is my face, so I'm not necessarily going to do the cheapest brand, but I'm also not going to spend $80 on one little tube of something that's I'm not going to use all the time. I find that absolutely ridiculous. I'm not spending $80 on some stuff. But again, I'm cheap. I'm just now getting used to the whole, you get what you pay for. I need to invest in my face. This is my face. So I did spring a little bit, but of course I'm not spending a whole bunch. And then of course my eyeliner that I normally wear, that's NYX too. It's pretty easy to see that NYX is one of my favorite brands because they're reasonable. I guess that's the word I should use. They're reasonable because they're not super cheap, but they're not hell of expensive like all the other brands. That Tarte Tease, that was pretty. That wasn't cheap. I'm such a cheap person, I'm sorry. My lipsticks that I wear, I'm actually wearing one right now. I believe it's Stockholm. Again, NYX, NYX, whatever you call it. I love them. They're awesome. Affordable. I would definitely say buy NYX. But as far as my lashes go, I do prefer mink lashes, which I'm sure you know is not cheap. Mink lashes are never cheap. But I do go on eBay and I buy my mink lashes from there just because they are cheaper. This is the lashes I'm wearing now. They're on my eyes. Of course, you can't see them, I don't think. But this is the case they came in because I bought them off eBay. Eyelashes are off eBay, so they're all like $5 and under. And I know that's hecka cheap for mink eyelash. Waiting for the lashes you bought on eBay to come to you because they're mainly from China is you have to be extremely patient because these lashes, which are my favorite right now, speaking of, these are my favorite lashes. But I waited, I want to say almost a month for these to get to me. I ordered them maybe the beginning of January, the end of January, and I got them 2 days ago. So, yeah, you have to be patient if you're going to order your mink lashes from eBay because they're all from China. And they take forever to get to you. But other than that, if I'm in a pinch, if I need something right here and now, my favorite are Kiss lashes. I like the ones called Vamp. They're so light, and they're made out of real human hair, so they're pretty close to mink lashes. They look super natural. So that's really about it. That's the things that I use on a daily basis. That's pretty much all that I have. Because of the fact that I'm cheap, I have not sprung and bought myself brushes. The main brushes that I do have are from e.l.f. e.l.f. is a pretty good brand. They're actually cheap, and you can get them from any Target. I guess Walmart's carrying them now, too. Before, they were strictly Target. But I don't have very many brushes. I maybe have like a foundation brush and a blush brush and a couple angle brushes, of course, for my eyebrows because you can't do your eyebrows without them. But that's it. So these are all my brushes. Literally a handful. I have no brushes. But I make do because I'm cheap. I did find brushes on eBay, and they are cheap. They're like $5 for the entire kit of brushes. I haven't gotten them yet because I'm impatient and don't want to wait, and at the same time, I don't want to pay $5 for them because I'm gonna have to wait. So I procrastinate. I fight myself on it. So, in other words, if you're just starting out on makeup, you should know that it's going to cost you a lot of money. Makeup costs money. But remember, you get what you pay for, and this is your face. You need to, take pride in your appearance and invest in it because this is your face. This is the first thing people see when they meet you. This is the first judgment that you get when people see you. This is you. This is everything. So, you get what you pay for. Invest in yourself. And don't complain about the money that you have to spend on your makeup. It's worth it. You're worth it.